How's it going? My name is Ilya. I'm an engineer here at the Oracle Solutions Hub. Today I'm doing a finance analysis demo where you're playing the role of finance analyst, addressing a CFO in order to create better decisions in terms of sales and finance within the business. So as I mentioned, my name is Ilya. I'm a solutions engineer here at the Hub. I'll be going over the corporate finance dashboard demo. So I want to present to you the high value business challenge. This demo is focused on the role of a finance analyst who wants to be able to take any company data and gain greater insights into financial activities, as well as help C-level leaders in making better informed decisions. This demo will show you how you will be able to create and curate your own data and share the analytics simply and easily with a wider audience in less time. The Oracle Analytics Cloud platform consists of a few things: state-of-the-art data visualization tool that includes machine learning algorithms, mobile support, and remarkable data management engine that powers everything. This works with any analytics tools that you may already have. The demo will use data extracted from e-business suites and other sources. The data in the demo will demonstrate both standard period end analysis and ad hoc financial analysis that finance individuals and analysts will have to do during various periods of their business. All this data will be sorted and manipulated that will be able to create more in-depth analyses that will result in visualizations that paint pictures for better internal and external insights. Great. So let's start by using Oracle Analytics Cloud. The first thing I'd like to show you how easy it is to connect the data sources. So if we go to create and we click on connection, you can see the various data sources that you're able to connect. You can see connections to popular cloud sources like Amazon, Dropbox, Salesforce, as well as on-premises solutions like Hortonworks and SQL services. Since we're going to be using the Oracle e-business suite, the connector would be in this menu here. You're just going to have to supply the credentials and you're ready to go. Since we've already created this visualization, we're just going to kind of skip this step and we're just going to go to the pre-made project that I have here. So the projects reside in this row here, and I'm just going to go ahead and click on that, and this will take us to the finance demo. In this case, we're connected to e-business suite, Oracle e-business suite. It'll show us a dashboard of financial information. This page, the corporate financial overview, the Finance 360 tab, is an example of visualizing and filtering data. There are several tabs along the bottom of the display that reveal key business metrics like revenue, budget variance, credit availability, and we'll look at that momentarily there on the bottom right here. For now, this 360 page reveals the visualization experience is more than just displaying fully configurable custom graphs. It allows you to drill down to the data. So we're just going to make sure that no countries are selected by clicking on the ocean here. And this is the interactive graph that we have here. So if we go ahead and click on Germany, you can see that all our filters automatically change to the graphs that we've clicked on. So we can go ahead and click on the UK and it will change again, reflecting all of the different metrics based on that specific location that we've clicked on. And we can also combine filters. So what we can do here is go to this financial status by quarter. And we can right click on it and we can click on use by filter. And what that will show us is the Q1 quarter and the various metrics up top here. We can click on the second one and we can use that as filter, and you can see that the metrics will change to reflect that specific quarter as well, and the region obviously, as we selected UK. So this is a very powerful data interaction experience. You can drill down into every data element You can use visual techniques everywhere, but I'll quickly show you some other ways that you can view the data. So we're going to continue on the tabs, and we're going to click on Revenue Overview tab, which is on the bottom here. This shows us a summary of corporate revenue for financial year 2018, broken down by the product category, which is on the top left over here, and also where it's been sold by the location, which is on the right. The sales overall will be on the bottom left, and then by month will be on the bottom right. Rather than just reporting the summary data, we can also drill down and gain more perspectives. So what we can do here is click on, for example, printers. And by clicking on the printers, we're able to drill down and see more granular data about these printers. So just by clicking on that, you can see how your productivity will increase because you don't have to do a lot of manipulation. You just go in, click on it, and just see what's going on readily and easily. So we're going to go on to the next page. We're going to go on to Key Budget Variances tab. And likewise, the Key Budget Variances tab shows you key operational performances across the business. So let me introduce to you a problem. Let's say that you are challenged to identify ways to help sales sell more. From a financial perspective, a logical place to start is to check whether customers are taking advantage of credit lines that they have. To understand this customer's credit position, you'll need up-to-date information and order. So, for example, order data and invoice data from e-business suites or other customer applications, as well as customer credit limit data and perhaps third-party data such as Dun & Bradstreet. So you start your analysis by evaluating whether customers are making use of their credit lines, and we'll summarize that by our sales regions. And we've got a tab here that we'll click on, and we've got various sales regions here. This is the credit availability and receivables page. And the available credit by sales region is on the top left of our chart here, the bar chart. This is the credit available by sales. So we can actually open it up and see a larger chart here. So you can see that the West region has the most available credit. Let's filter on West by clicking on that bar. So go here, we click on West, and all our graphs and charts will reflect that region. So notice that the visualizations will respond dynamically. You continue your exploration by focusing in on the sales reps charts. So by looking at the industry view, you can see that the healthcare segment is underutilizing their credit. That's this bar chart here. You can see at the top right here. We can expand it and take a look at that. This is where you have credit consumed versus credit available. However, before you encourage your sales team to target those accounts, you want to make sure that they are paying their bills. So on the bottom here, we've got aged receivables by industry, and we're looking at the 30, 60, 90 columns for healthcare. That's this one here. If you look at our aged receivables by industry, you see that the healthcare has excessive overdue receivables. And while selling to this group brings in revenue, it doesn't seem like it will bring more cash. So that might not be too good. Let's try this again in a more modern, comprehensive way. This time you'll use machine learning, which uses simple algorithms to guide your decision making. For example, Google takes advantage of this machine learning to determine your best route in how long it will take you to get to work. So we're going to click on the predictions tab here that's targeting customers. And this tab illustrates how the cloud analytics machine learning capabilities can assist your research. So step one, let's say again you consider which industry has the highest available credit. You see that the government and financial services are your obvious choice, but you don't want to encourage more sales with customers who have excessive past due accounts. So step two, we're going to analyze the AR and reassess all the credit. So you run 3 predictive models that consider 3 things: customer lifetime value, on-time payment performance, and predicted past due receivables. Your expectation is to find a collection of customers who will have available credit, be good payers, and have at least overdue receivables. These are the customers that will buy more and pay for it. So what happened? So we're going to look at this predicted by payment profile. Good news is that overall that there is more credit. And across our 3 models, you can see that there's potential, but the customers to target aren't popping out. You see your best customers, but not whether they are good payers or have outstanding receivables. So you need a clear view into the intersection of all these factors to find the right target customers. So let's look at step 3. This heat map will be kind of your answer to everything. With the heat map, you can see all 4 dimensions all at once: industries, customer value, payment profile, credit availability, past due exposure, and you can feel the heat in the sense that the darker colors indicate better customers. Each cell is a collection of customers. The darker the area, the target of the customer that you might want to target. So you can actually see on the bottom, the shading will show you the target customer groups that you can have here. We want to find accounts with no or little past due. So we will be able to just scroll to the side here and find these agents. So you can see right here, 0 to 30. Each cell is a mix of customers, payment profiles, past due, exposure, and industries. So we can click on any cell here and you can gain some more insights. And by looking at the top here, you can obviously see these various mixes of the characteristics that those groups may have. So you can actually select multiple ones and see the various things that might happen with these groups. And it will adjust the various information here that's being filtered in the top here. But we're not done yet. Remember your business objective. You want to increase the revenue. So as you select each cell in the heat map, you're also filtering your sales pipeline for those customers, and you can see the predictive revenue impact. So we're going to go to predictive revenue impact here, and you can see the various changes that are being implemented based on those various groups. So step 5, lastly, you connect your projected sales data to its positive quota impact, because you know that there's nothing that motivates a Salesforce like achieving their quota. And you can obviously see the various impact that may have on your team right there. So how do you think think about these connected analytics, data, and operations? Have you done anything like this before? Obviously, I'm sure you can think of your biggest challenges. So think about that and know that you're able to do all of this yourself. You didn't have to talk to anybody. You didn't have to get any more data. You don't have to request any data. You're able to manipulate it, coagulate it, and confirm it all in one analytics tool. You connected all the internal and external data sources, and you even captured all the data in real time. You viewed the data across departmental boundaries, to make your analysis more persuasive. You discovered the linkages and impacts that were not even preconceived because of these charts and analytics. Best of all, you eliminated dependencies on periodic extracts and external organizations like IT. So this is all made possible by the autonomous database, the Oracle Autonomous Database. Without that component, you're still tied to IT for support. So to wrap up the story, you're a hero. You address the business challenge of targeting specific customers to increase revenue, and you also met your CFO's concern about improving cash flow. All this was done on your own. But wait, you're not done. You have to write email to the sales leaders. So we're going to go ahead and click on the action tab, which is on the bottom here. And your sales managers respond to incentives. So you prepared this page and laid it all out for them. Let's take a look here real quick. Then you can just copy the URL for this page in an email and send it out to them. They have this full interactive experience by following the link on this page and exploring the customers that each of their reps can target on their own. So that wraps up the short demo I have for you. Hopefully you've enjoyed the dynamic experience of visualizing and interacting with the data. If this type of environment is for you, you can easily access data on demand from any source, from the past, current, and even predict the future.